Hey guys, how you doing? It's Terry, or otherwise known as TK. I know there's a lot of guys in the league who don't know who I am, haven't seen me. Once upon a time, I used to do a whole bunch of podcasts for the league. However, the for some reason the CBS board won't allow me to post up videos on there anymore. So I'm gonna post this up with a link to my YouTube channel, or you can find this on Facebook under the No Control Zone group chat or group that we have on there. I'll put that on the site. So anyway, the reason I'm doing a podcast is because it's such an exciting final week. I don't think we've ever had a final week this close and exciting that it could be. There's so many different ways that this could go. So many different teams could get into the end of the playoffs. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit here. First off, let's talk with the team that's probably in the best spot right now, Quebec City Hall of Fame. Currently, right now, they're in second place in the Bossy division with 48 points, and they look to be the most secure of getting a playoff spot right now. But the teams that are all fighting for a playoff spot still at this moment are Quebec City Hall of Fame, the Mustangs, the HDT, the Turkeys, Flying C, Norris, and the Jets. They're all fighting for playoff spots right now. Like I said, Quebec City Hall of Fame currently looks like to be the most solid in the Bossy division in second place. They're currently sitting at 48 points. Uh, in fourth place in the Langway division is the Mustangs, a point behind Quebec City Hall of Fame, who's in second in the Bossy, but Mustangs are in fourth in the Langway at 47 points. So they're in a precarious position right now too, because the Turkeys, who are in fifth place in the Langway division, are at 46 points, 1 point out of a playoff spot in the Langway division. However, the Turkeys can also make it through the wild card, which they are sitting in the driver's seat for the wild card right now. So going into this week is going to be really exciting to see what happens. So basically, we got Quebec City Hall of Fame 48. We got Mustangs at 47 and Turkeys at 46. And they're fifth in the Langway, but currently that is a wild card spot. Flying Colors currently is with the tiebreaker is currently sitting at third in the Bossy division, but they're tied with to Chuck Norris at 45 points, and to Chuck Norris is in fourth place in the Langway. However, currently fourth place in the Langway is not a playoff position, so Norris is going to have to do a little bit of work this week to get into the playoffs, and then they're followed by the Jets. The Jets are in fifth place in the Bossy division at 43 points, and they still have an outside shot of getting in there. Now, here's where it gets all kind of crazy and everything. So basically, this is what is looking to happen right now. Norris with a couple of wins could get in the playoffs. They made the big trade last week, and it certainly helped them last week because they beat the Jets in a very important game last week to get fourth place in the Bossy division, going ahead of the Jets. Now here's where it gets tricky. Currently, if we take a look at the overall the breakdown who the better teams are, technically out of all these teams, the best team out of these six teams is the Mustangs, and they're currently at 353 points in the breakdown. But right behind them, believe it or not, is the Jets, and they're the ones are looking like to be the team that's not going to make the playoffs, which is unfortunate because currently right now the Jets are the sixth best team in the no control zone. And unfortunately, they've just had some bad breaks with how it's gone for them this year. So basically, for the Jets, it's just come down to they played the wrong teams on the wrong weeks. They're actually the second strongest team out of these six teams. And like I said, they've actually got the sixth best record overall in the league, and they are in danger of not making the playoffs. So uh, let me just I'm going to bring up I'm going to bring up an illustration. It'll let you see a little bit better of what's going on here as we talk about it. Okay, so I'm not really sure if you guys can see this or not. It's been a while since I worked this program, and I they've changed it since I was last here, and I haven't done any test runs on how to figure out how to use it. But anyway, it shows a pretty good graphic of basically Quebec City Hall of Fame right now. It's at 48 points. Mustangs are at 47. The Turkeys are at 46. Flying Colors and Norris are tied at 45 points, and the Jets are at 43. So basically, right now, as it sits, the Turkeys would be getting in on the wild card spot, and Flying Colors would be getting in third place in the Bossy due to a tiebreaker. And that tiebreaker, as you know, comes down to your overall breakdown. So basically, the Flying Colors have 160 wins, 110 losses, and 15 ties for 335 points, where Chuck Norris only had 140 wins, 137 losses, and 8 ties for 288 points. Um, but as you can see, the Jets should be able to make the playoffs with 349 points, but which is almost it's over 60 points more than what Chuck Norris had. But Chuck Norris made the big trade to make that move at the end to beat the Jets, and the Jets are in trouble now. But they're still not out of elimination. All they have to do, uh, for those that don't know, the new people in the league, if for the wild card position that there is no tiebreaker. If a team from the Bossy and the like, for example, right now Langway has the five teams in. If they just tie points wise with anybody from the Bossy division will get in, so that it's four teams from each division getting in. So if Norris can somehow tie the Turkeys right now, and they're only 1 point behind the Turkeys, or if they pass Flying Colors, who they're actually technically tied with in points right now, or if pass the Mustangs, but the Mustangs won't matter as long as the Mustangs can stay in fourth place in their division. Uh, Quebec City, they if they lose both games, they could be in trouble. Both Flying Colors and Norris could pass Quebec City. The Jets are not out of this yet. They still can get in by getting by the Turkeys, who are 3 points up on them. So there's so many different ways that this can go. So just so that everybody gets the formula and understands it correctly. So basically, the top three teams from each division are guaranteed in. And right now, currently, Flying Colors holds that position for the Bossy division due to tiebreaker. But a lot can change here. A lot can change over this week. And the funny thing about it is man, there are some tough matchups for this week's uh, play. So let's talk about a little bit about that. Okay, so let's take a look at the games with the teams of importance right now. We got the Turkeys playing the Islanders, and right now the Islanders have their number one lineup in, and they jumped out to a very early lead. Probably the Islanders' best first day of a week they've ever had. So 7 points tonight for the Islanders, and so the Turkeys need to win this game, pretty much solidify a spot for that wild card spot. Quebec City is playing the Warriors. That's going to be a tough matchup for Quebec City. That'll be a tough one. And Chuck Norris really drew a tough week. They have Sealand and the Lincoln Salt Dogs. So they're playing number 1 and 2 from the Langway division, and they really need to win both games. They really do, as they're on the cusp right now, just on the outside of the playoffs because of that tiebreaker. Yeah, so they really need to get moving. The Mustangs, they've got a tough opponent this week as well. They've got the East Coast Brewers, so that number one from the Bossy division, so they haven't got it easy either. The Jets have got the Salt Dogs, which is not going to be an easy game as well for the Jets. So everybody is drawing pretty tough into the schedule this week. There's going to be no easy get in. So the Jets have Sealand, and they also have the Salt Dogs. So that's the same as to Chuck Norris, I believe. Let me double check that. I think they're playing the same opponents. So yes, that will be very interesting. So yeah, so there's a good shot for the Jets, possibly, if they do better against those teams. But man, oh man, boy, they drew some tough schedules for the last week. That is for sure. Flying Colors are probably getting the best schedule of the bunch. They got the Warriors, not an easy game, but they do have the Shiloh Rangers. So that's could be a big bonus in favor of the Colors for sure. Let's see, looking at the rest of it, who else we got? We talked about that game. Oh, Quebec City Hall of Fame, they also play the Rangers, so that could help them too. Quebec City Hall of Fame really only needs one win for to clinch a playoff spot or a loss from either Flying Colors or Norris. So yeah, so there's a tough week of games coming up for sure, for sure. So let me see. Let's talk about. Oh, one other thing I need to talk about in the league that I haven't talked about is we need to shore up our. Yeah, we just got to get things a little more tighter in the league. We have three teams without logos right now, so I want to address that. Okay, so we currently have three teams in the league without logos in it. I wanna get our league back to running shape here. Sac Vegas, for some reason, McAdam, you don't have a logo. I know once upon a time you did have a logo in there, so maybe it's just popped out and you need to flip it back in. But Nathan from to Chuck Norris and Simon from Quebec City Hall of Fame, you two guys are working on old logos. Nathan, you've got the old Florida Gators logo in there. And Simon, you have the old New Brunswick Bears logo in there. I need you to either get a hold of your mentor in this league or whoever brought you into this league. If you don't know how to do it, get them to help you and show you how to get it. But I need current logos in the logo spots. So you guys, I'm not sure who brought you guys into league, but you guys, if you're watching this video, you know who you are, you know who your mentor is. So uh, mentors help them out with getting their logo into the league. And I also want to say I'm really disappointed that nobody's said anything about Torin leaving. I posted a message that the West Coast Scurvy are going to be packing it in at the end of the year. So I just want to wish goodbye to Torin. He was a great member of the No Control Zone. Really, really miss you. The door will always be open for you, Torin, if you ever decide to return to the league. So guys, if you've got anything to say to Torin, drop a note in there. Just wish him luck in the future. So Torrance just he's in numerous leagues, so he's just compacting. I did that myself. I was in more than one league as well, and I kind of compacted mine down as well. So anyway, that's about all I've got for you today on this one. I know it's a terrible video compared to my other videos, very choppy, didn't seem to have a big proper schedule, but the way the playoff race is so all over the map right now with the possibilities of how this could end up. Like every single one of these six teams that I talked about could miss the playoffs and all six of them could make it. So, and this is the last week, and let's just we'll take a look here, see how it's going in the week so far for these teams. Been kind of exciting. Like I said, the Disco Turkeys right now are losing to the Islanders 5-2 right now. Quebec City is losing to the Warriors 4-2, and Norris is losing 4-2 to Sealand. So that's bad news for them. The Jets are losing to these Lincoln Salt Dogs. So that's bad news for them. They're losing 4-2. Quebec City is losing to the Rangers 4-2. So that's really bad news. Good news for Chuck Norris. They've tied with the Salt Dogs right now. So they're being competitive there. They've got a chance of getting in. Let's see who else we got here. Looks like Flying Colors are losing to the Rangers as well. So the Rangers must have stormed out to a good night. Yeah, they've had 5 points, a couple of penalty minutes, nobody in net yet, and they still got the lead. So that could work out for them. Oh, this one's a big game for the Turkeys. The Turkeys have got Sac Vegas, so this should be an easy win for the Disco Turkeys. They're winning 4-3 right now, but that'll be big for them. And they're pretty much in the category too of one win should just about do it for the Turkeys. That should put them in as well. The Mustangs are losing to the Wolfpack right now, 4-3, so that's also a big game. And the Jets are actually hammering the Sealands hammering the Jets right now, 6-1. But still, it's not like the Jets are out of it. They're only losing 4 points to one. And right now, Sealand's got a goal because they have 846 save percentage. So that can be easily built. And they jumped out in the penalties and the goals and assists. So it's still early days for what's going on. But the Warriors are beating the Flying Colors. So it could be a total mess. It's just going to be an exciting week, and try to hopefully this will help you follow along a little better for the teams that are involved in the playoff race. And I wish you all the best of luck. Once again, Torin, I'd like to say goodbye to Torin, who's leaving us at the end of the year. Hopefully, they'll put in still strong playoffs. And the guys that I talked about, the logos, talk to your mentors or your friends who got you into the league if you need help getting your logo in place. But I want those logos in place. I kind of let it go. It's almost been a full year here. So it's time to. I've kind of fallen off a bit, but it's time for me to tighten the ropes on the league a little bit and get her up to shape and running and get this thing going good again. So I hope you all have a great week and best of luck to you. And I hope everybody enjoys the playoffs. We also got some exciting stuff happening in the bottom four too right now as Vegas slipped into the bottom four here. So they've been working for a lot of weeks to try to get down there, and so that's kind of bumped up the Rangers and the Scurvy. But the Islanders have come out strong against the Scurvy this week, so there's nothing set in stone yet there. But if Vegas doesn't win either one of their games, they're going to be guaranteed into fourth place. And right now, the Islanders have the number one seed going in, but they weakened themselves by making that trade. So basically, first overall pick is going to be right up for grabs. So that's pretty much all I got for you now. Hopefully, maybe I'll make another one once I get my my speaking voice back and I'm not stuttering so much, and I can put out a more enjoyable podcast. Then I'll do it again. So anyway, all you guys and girls out there, you take care and peace out. There you go.